So hi, I'm Claire. I've been doing Naomi's workout now all week, and I couldn't walk very well. My calves and my hamstrings were just really tight. So I asked Naomi if she wanted me to do some videos just to help out afterwards, for a nice little stretch out for you. So I'm new to this too, so I'm going to play with the camera a little bit and try and get the best position for you. So we're going to start. If you want to grab, doesn't matter whether you've got a mat or not, maybe a towel, or just make sure that you're not on too hard a surface when we come onto our back. And grab a pillow. You might need a pillow. Grab two. So just give you a second for everyone to grab a couple of pillows. The pillows are one to sit on, and then sometimes when we're doing a little forward fold, it might be nice to go underneath the knees or underneath the knees when we're sat cross-legged, just to support the hip flexors really when the knees are open if they don't, if it's not very comfortable for you. So we're going to start with just lengthening the spine, and we're going to come into what's known as dangling. So feet are going to be hip distance apart. So just rock backwards and forwards on your feet to begin with. And if you're not sure how wide your hips are in relation to your feet, bring the feet together. Keep the toes together, move the heels apart, and then bring the toes to follow, and that should be roughly underneath your hips. Make sure the feet are tracking in the right direction, like a train track. So make sure one foot's not out to the side or too far in, because from the bottom up, the feet, the knees, the hips, the spine, the neck, it throws everything out. So when you stood nice and comfortably, just come up on the toes, go back into the heels. You'll start to feel those calves already. And now we're going to come into a nice dangle, which is basically a forward fold. But if you start to feel it in the back at all, you're going to bend the knees as we come down, okay? So we're going to inhale, wide fingers, really stretch out to the side as wide as you can. Inhale, lift the chin, lengthen at the top, really lift up. And as you exhale, you're going to hinge from the hips. You're coming forwards. You can bring the hands into the chest if that's too much for the neck. And like I said, you can bend the knees, or you're coming straight down. When you come all the way down, you're going to place the hands on the floor. And you're just going to allow the body weight to just hang down. So relax the head. So don't push the head in, just relax the head, allow it to hang. And just give yourself a couple of deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. 2 deep breaths, breathing into the back. In through the nose and out through the nose. Then grab hold of the biceps, and then just gently as you inhale, straighten the legs, come up as high as you can, lengthen through the crown, so tabletop the back, flat back. Tip the weight into the ball of the feet, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips and just allow the body to hang. You're making space in between the vertebrae of the spine and just allowing that nice energy to flow down through the spine. You'll be feeling it in your hams, your hamstrings, and in your calves. And just keep tipping the weight forward into the ball of the feet. 2 deep breaths. Keep that deep breath going. And then just twist round to the left and give yourself 2 deep breaths to the left side. In through the nose and out through the nose. Try and relax with every exhale. And then come back to the center. Give yourself 1 breath. And then come round to the right. You should be feeling a little bit more length with every exhale. Try and relax as much as you can. 1 more breath. Come back to the center. Drop the hands. Bend the knees deep so the belly's rested on the thighs. And then we're going to roll up. So allow the hands and the head to hang. Squeeze the thighs and glutes. Push the hips forwards and just allow the spine to roll up. As you come to the top, inhale the shoulders up to the ears, draw the shoulders back and exhale down. So we've gone nice and wonky with the camera, beautiful. We're going to come down to the floor anyway. So grab your pillows, just try and position that. I might move it down actually so you can see what we're doing down here anyway. And we're going to come down to the mat. It's not my usual setup. Normally I have 2 cameras for my lives because I have a Zoom for my classes. So I'm going to sit on a pillow for this one. So just make yourself, if you're on a pillow, just wiggle your bum to the edge so that it pushes your knees down and just allows a little bit more support, allows you to tip forwards with the pelvis slightly, push the knees down, open the hips. So we're going to come cross-legged, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to cross the ankles on top of each other. So notice how mine one in front of the other. You don't want to be cutting off the blood circulation. So you don't want to sit like this. You want to try and bring one in front of the other. And then we're going to change legs halfway through. If this isn't possible for you, or it's too tight and you're not down, grab some pillows, like I said, and just support yourself. I've got plenty hanging around. And just support yourself and just have a pillow underneath each knee. Make sure they're even though, so try and get 2 similar pillows. And if that's still not possible for anything with your knees, have your legs out straight in front of you. That's absolutely fine, okay? And if the legs out in front of you is tight, pop a pillow underneath the knees in front of you, okay? So we're going to start to move with the breath. So yoga is all about being led by the breath rather than the mind. So we really want to get into that deep breathing. So we're going to do a 3-part breath. We're just going to breathe into our belly first, then into our side ribs, and then up into our chest. So let's do 3 of those breaths together. So bring your thumbs inside your palms, bring your fingers up under your ribs. Draw your shoulders up, open the chest and draw them back and down. Inhale and breathe into the belly. Feel the diaphragm will start to push out as you inhale. Inhale deep. And exhale. Beautiful. Now bring the hands to the rib cage, draw the shoulders back and down, sit nice and tall. Inhale, breathe into the belly again, and now breathe out into the side ribs. And exhale. If for any reason your nose is blocked or you find it hard to breathe through the nose, try and inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And now the third part of the breath is to breathe right up into the collarbone, right up into the top of the chest, so the full length and breadth of the lungs. So still breathe into the belly, the side ribs, and the top of the chest. When you're ready. Starts to calm the mind, calm the nervous system, which helps the immune system, and lower the heart rate after our class with Naomi. So we're going to start to move with the breath and allow the breath to be our guide. So we widen our fingers, and the reason we do this is because the fingers correlate with the ribs. So when you widen the fingers, we actually get a little bit of a reaction there, and makes more space for the lungs, which is why we're sat on something, to lengthen the spine, to create more space for the lungs also. So palms face up, widen the arms, really stretch out so you get a nice stretch, so you're lengthening up through the crown, chin level. Lift the sternum, so make sure you can sit tall and still be collapsed. So just lift that sternum, fingers wide. As you inhale, really stretch out, widen those fingers, lift up, the chin comes up with the arms, and really lengthen at the top for that nice stretch. Turn the palms away from each other, and as you exhale, bring the hands down, but keep stretching out to the side. As the arms meet the chin and you exhale down, the chin comes down at the same time. 2 more of those. Palms face up, widen the fingers. Inhale deeply. All the way up, and really stretch as you reach the top. Turn the hands away, and as you exhale, palms come level with the chin. Bring the chin all the way down. We're going to go over to the right side now. So widen the fingers on the left hand. Look over at the left hand. Follow the fingers with the eyes as you inhale all the way up. Really lift at the top. And as you exhale, bend the right arm and then stretch over to the right side, feeling the stretch down the left. And then turn the palm away. As you inhale, come up to the top, lengthen. Keep watching the fingers, and as you exhale, all the way down. Keep the chin to the chest, look over to the left side, widen the fingers, inhale all the way up, really stretch at the top and lift, and as you exhale, bend the right arm, bend over to the right, keep looking at the left fingers if you can, then turn the palm away, inhale up, and as you exhale, come all the way down. Keep following the fingers with the eyes, chin across the chest, come back over to the left side, inhale all the way up, and this time really stretch at the top again. As you exhale, we're going to bend over to the left, we're going to open the chest to the sky. So really open the chest. If it's too much to the neck, you can look forwards or you can look down. And then turn the palm away, inhale all the way up, keep following the fingers with the eyes all the way down. So we're going to do that same twist over on the right side, chin across the chest, widen the fingers, palm up, inhale all the way up. Lengthen as you come to the top, bend the left arm, and then open the chest to the sky. Keep looking at the right hand if you can, turn the palm away, inhale all the way up, follow the fingers with the eyes as you exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Chin all the way back round to the center, and then inhale up. I'm going to come into a nice forward fold now. So you're going to inhale up with both the arms, lengthen to the sky, and as you exhale, you're going to hinge forwards. So bring the arms all the way down. So if that's as far as you can go, just make sure you're not rounding. So even if it's here, just lengthen. So lengthen up through the crown, draw those shoulders back together till they meet, and then just walk the fingers forwards as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips. So just come down as far as you can. We always work about 50 or 70% of our range in yoga. So wherever that is for you, stay there for a deep breath. And then start to piano or spider the fingers all the way across to the right side. Getting a nice stretch down that left side. Give yourself a deep breath there. Lift the left arm slightly. Look under the left armpit. Keep that deep breathing. And then draw that left arm back and up to the sky. Look up to the fingers if it feels good. Inhale deeply and lengthen. And exhale. And then drop that left hand behind you. If you can tuck your left hand in and grab hold of the inside of the right leg. Lift and look towards the ceiling. Nice twist again. Deep breath. Drop the chin if it's too much. Release the hand. Inhale all the way up. And as you exhale, bring the arm over. We're going to spider the fingers all the way across the floor, back to the center. Give yourself another breath. It doesn't matter if you're here, just keep that long spine. It's always about keeping the long spine. You'll feel it in the outer glutes, the hip flexors, the thighs. Before we go over to the left side, we're going to switch legs. So come all the way up. Lean back onto the hands. Take the weight into the arms and then switch the legs over. We're going to come over to the other side. So inhale up. Lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, hinge from the hips forwards. Bring the arms down. Even that's as far as you can go, that's fine. Find your edge. And that means 50 to 70% of your range. And then start to walk over to the left side this time. Give yourself a good few breaths. Nice and deep. Keep doing that. I'm just going to put a little bit of music on because we're doing this from home with this corona stuff and I can hear someone on a phone call in the other room. I meant to put the music on at the beginning. And then lift the right arm this time. Look under the armpit. That might be enough for you. If not, inhale. Bring the arm all the way up to the sky and look up. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, drop that hand behind you again. If you can grab hold of the inside of the left thigh. Nice opening on the chest. Inhale deep. And exhale. Inhale, lift the hand all the way up and over. And then twist back round to the floor and walk yourself all the way back round to the center. Beautiful. Coming all the way back up. And we're going to twist our arms round behind us. Interlace the fingers behind you. If you can't interlace the fingers, use a sock, use a t-shirt, use a towel, use a pillow, and grab hold of that instead. It's about opening that chest, draw those shoulders back together. This could be enough for you right where you are now. Or inhale, lift the chin. And as you exhale, lift the arms behind you, lift the hands up. Keep breathing deep. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can hinge forward again. Keep lifting the hands up behind you. Keep the chin up. Keep looking forwards. And just come to your range again. Getting a nice stretch. Nice stretch through those shoulders. Inhale all the way back up and gently let go of the hands. Beautiful. So we're going to come into eagle, but we're going to do it seated. So bring the hands behind you again, bring the weight into the arms, so bend the elbows. And then we're going to cross at the knees this time. So you're going to bring your right leg underneath and your left leg over the top. If this isn't possible for you, then you're going to bring your right leg straight and your left leg over the top. And vice versa, the opposite side. Because we're going to do a twist too, okay? So wherever you are, you can still sit on your cushion. Try and make the feet kind of level. And what you want to see is that your spine's straight. What you don't want to feel is that one hip's up. Because even though you think, I just want to get there, if your spine's twisted, it's no good for you. So straighten that leg out. If you feel at all it's too tight in one side. So we're going to do the opposite arms, okay? So we're going to inhale the arms out to the side, draw the arms back, widen those fingers, and as you exhale, we're going to bring the right arm over the top of the left, crease of the elbows meet, twist the arms around until the palms meet. And then the aim here is to inhale and lift the hands so that the crease of the elbows are level with the eyes, and draw the shoulders back and down at the same time. Give yourself 2 deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the core in and draw the shoulders down at the same time as lifting the hands. One more breath. And then inhale, widen the fingers. Back of the hands away from you, really open and feel that nice stretch. Bring the hands behind you. We're going to twist the legs. We're going to come into a side twist, sorry. We're going to leave your right hand behind you. You're going to inhale, left arm up. And as you exhale, you're going to hinge forward and you're going to pick up your right leg with your left leg with your right elbow, the inside of your right elbow on the left leg, okay? Place the left foot flat. It's the same if you've got the right foot flat along the floor, okay? If you've got the right foot straight, it's the same thing. And then we're going to give a nice twist, but you want the chest forwards. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. The right hand is behind, left hand is behind you on the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, twist and squeeze, but use your core muscles to squeeze and have a look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Give yourself a nice hug. Bring your forehead to your knee. Beautiful. Now inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, bring them behind you. You're going to release the legs. So bend the elbows, bring the weight into the arms. You're going to switch the legs over to the opposite side. So this time, the right leg's underneath. The left leg's underneath and the right leg's on top. I'm so sorry. I'm so new to this filming thing. It's throwing me off. Got a lot of things in front of me you can't see. So again, it might be different from side to side. So if the hip's a bit tighter this side, then have the right leg, left leg out straight in front of you. Left leg underneath, right leg over the top. Just check in with the feet and make sure the spine's nice and straight again. So we're going to go the opposite arm. So back of the arms away. Inhale, widen the fingers, stretch all the way back. And as you exhale, this time you're going to bring your left arm over the top of the right. Crease of the elbows meet. Find the hands. So the aim is to lift the hands and draw the shoulders down at the same time. Draw the core in as you exhale. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, draw the shoulders down and draw the core in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw the core in and the shoulders down. Gently uncoil the hands, back of the hands away, widen the fingers. Inhale, open the chest. Beautiful. We're going to come into the twist the opposite side. So bring your right hand down behind you and you're going to inhale and bring your left hand and your left crease of the elbow to pick the right knee up this time. Place the right foot flat, lift the chest. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, and as you exhale, you're going to twist and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and use that core. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Give yourself a nice hug and bend your forehead down if you want to, if that feels good. And then we're going to release. Now release both the legs, so lean back on the hands and then just release the legs. If you need to, you can just do what we call windscreen wiper, just windscreen wiper the knees down to each side, just to give yourself a little bit of movement back into those hips. You're probably really feeling that right now in the outer glutes and the hip flex. We're going to go into runner's lunge now. So if you want to come over onto your front. If you've got a bad knee at all, you can pop a pillow or a towel underneath the knee. So runner's lunge, we're going to start with the right side. So just come to the knees and you're going to bring your right leg forwards. So make sure that your ankle is under your knee. So what you don't want is the foot here and the knee overshooting. And you don't want the foot too far out that you're overstretching your hip flexors. So just bring the ankle underneath the knee, bring the hands down either side of the foot. First of all, you're going to tuck your left toe, you're going to lift your left knee and then push your heel away from you. You're going to feel that in the calf. It's quite nice. If you want to stay here for a few breaths, that's totally fine. I'm going to drop my left knee, lift my toes, put them even further away, lift my left knee again and push my left heel away a bit further and then drop my left knee. Now I'm feeling it in my left hip flexor. Now I'm going to place my hands on the inside of my right leg. So I'm using my arm, the same sort of position as the right leg. Then I'm going to toe heel my right leg all the way out to the side of the mat, maybe a little bit beyond. And I'm going to place my hand where my leg was. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, bend the elbows slightly and don't allow the shoulders to slump. So engage those shoulder muscles, engage the core, slight bend in the elbows. And then just allow the right knee to fall out to the side. So it just turns over on the side of the foot. You're going to feel that in the right hip flexor now, maybe the right glute. You're already into the left hip flexor and you can release the left toes if that feels right for you. If this is really nice for you, you can come down onto the forearms and get a really nice stretch there. And just use the breath, 2 deep breaths. And then bring the hands back, engage the shoulders, bend the elbows, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, push the hips forwards this time, drop the left knee, bring the toes closer, and then lift the hips up, heel toe the right foot all the way back in. From here, we're going back. All we're going to do, keep the left foot exactly where it is with the toes tucked, keep the right foot exactly where it is. We're going to straighten, wait for it, you're going to feel it. You're going to straighten that right leg and lift the right toes to the ceiling. Should be feeling that in the calf and the hamstring. If you've lost it a little bit, then maybe come up on the left toes, push the leg back further, drop the knee, just walk that left leg back and then feel back into the stretch again. Keeping the hands up, tiptoes on the tippy fingers and lengthen through the crown. Nice straight back. Give yourself a couple of breaths there. And then bend down into that front leg. If you've come back on the left leg again, come up, lift the knee, push the hips forwards, drop the knee, walk the toes forwards till you feel that your hips back and engaged again. And then you're going to bring that right foot all the way back. Do anything you need to here. If you feel need to reposition, you can just give yourself a little cat-cow, whatever you need to do. We're going to go to the left leg. I'm going to switch around so that you can see the left leg on this side. So you can come up again, reposition yourself. This time bring the left leg forward. Again, ankle underneath, so you want to get that nice right angle. And then you're going to bring the hands either side. Sorry, the hands on the inside. And this time we're going to be bringing the right leg back. So come up on the, lift the right knee, come up on the toes, push the heel away from you. You're going to feel that straight away in the right calf. It's quite nice. You can stay there for a few breaths if you want, or drop the knee, walk the toes back, lift the right knee, push the heel away further, start to feel it in the right hip flexors, drop the knee. And then heel toe the left foot out to the side as far as feels comfortable for you. I can't possibly know how your body feels, so you're going to have to feel into this. Only go 50 to 70% of your range. This little rock that I'm doing is quite nice for you to see that you're safe. If it's too twingy for you to rock, you need to back off, i.e. bring the leg back in or bring the right foot back in. And then allow the left foot to come out to the side. Allow it to drop down. Release the right toes if that feels good for you. And if it's really nice, you can come down onto the arms, forearms. Give yourself a few breaths. Then come back up onto the hands, bend the elbows, use the arm muscles, lift that left knee in, heel toe the foot back into the centre, keep that right foot where it is,